Well, imagine the scene. Betty, the botanist, is in her lab and she says to Gareth, the lab technician, Gareth, thank you so much for giving me that botanical specimen last week. I've run tests on it and I've discovered new ecosystems on the leaves. I've found pharmacological properties that will help us in the fight against Alzheimer's, and I've mapped its genome, a first for this species. Thank you so much for the specimen. And Gareth says, specimen? Betty, I gave it to you on February the 14th, Valentine's Day. It was a long stem rose. Betty, do you understand what I gave to you? And that's the question. Does Betty understand the rose? In one sense, she understands it more than anyone ever has. In another sense, she is totally ignorant of the meaning of the rose, because there are linguistic and cultural and interpersonal and romantic meanings going on that simply do not show up under a microscope. So however scientifically brilliant Betty might be, if she thinks that mapping the genome exhausts the meaning of the rose, Betty is a moron. But what if the world is like that rose? What if it's a gift from someone who loves us? Well, then we can run into the laboratory and we can study it all we can. Christians love to do this. The church basically invented the modern scientific method because we've always believed in a God of order and a world that reflects that order, and we've wanted to know all we can about God's great love gift. But at the same time, we know that the world is more than matter, just as the rose is more than its botanical properties. Because the world is a specimen, let's do science. And because it's a communication of love, let's listen. But we ought to do both, which is why science and faith are the best of friends.